I'm really glad that as time has been going on, we're seeing more and more controller options for the Nintendo Switch. What I have here today is another Pro Controller third-party alternative. What makes this one stand out to me is that it gives me Wii U Pro Controller vibes, which was actually a fantastic controller. It comes packaged with the controller itself, a USB Type-C cable for charging, and these little clip-on attachments that you could pop off and swap out to give your controller a variety of different looks. Comparing it to an actual Nintendo Switch Pro controller, you can see that the button placement and the analog layout is virtually identical. The only difference being this third-party controller has more of an SNES style face button configuration. And to my surprise, this thing was actually very comfortable to hold in my hands. Its curved design conformed to the shape of my hands a lot better than the meatiness of the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. But now let's see how this thing does actually playing games. Playing Smash, this thing worked absolutely flawlessly. Whether you're more of a button presser or an analog stick shortcut user, I had no issues playing Smash. Next, I wanted to test out that D-pad, so I decided to play some Street Fighter 3rd Strike, and I have to say it did not disappoint. It was every bit as functional as the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. And having that SNES style face button layout, I felt right at home. Playing Wolfenstein: The New Colossus, I have to say the analog sticks didn't feel as tight or precise as the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, but still very functional. I was searching hard for some dead zones, which I didn't find any, so this thing gets a passing grade in that department. Now, while this thing doesn't have an NFC reader, so you won't be able to use your amiibos with it, the gyro controls work fine, and it felt great while playing Splatoon. So I have to say this is probably one of the better Nintendo Switch third-party controllers that I've used thus far. It did everything it was supposed to do and actually surprised me in some areas. It actually far exceeded my expectations in some areas. Whether you use this as a throw-around Player 2 controller for when someone else is around, or you use this as your primary Nintendo Switch Pro controller, for about 22 US bucks, I feel like this thing is an absolute steal and definitely gets the GameHead seal of approval. I'll put a link to this guy in the description below in case you guys are interested. Until next time, this is Ness, signing out.